Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the antidote to lockdown boredom. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. And today we have got with us... B!
Hi everybody!
Difficult Dave! Manda!
Oh.
I'm sorry, she's being difficult. Carry on.
Somebody wouldn't let me get coffee.
Yeah, MathPig, let her get coffee.
Fuck you.
It's always
Godless Scummer.
Hashtag.
Hello, and Manda, it was not me that stopped you from getting coffee. I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Okay.
Grumpy old dude.
Well, as the official GOD, I find it a sin that you will not let someone get coffee.
Amen, God!
I think you should have done like Amanda for this one and yourself as the grumpy old Dave.
I don't think
And we
she
got-
Start
knows.
smiting now. Time to smite.
I will smoke you all.
You have been smoted.
And we've
The
got...
first question, Dave, or are you just going to sit there and be quiet for the rest of the show?
Do you want me to introduce you
We're
or not?
just gonna sit here and chill.
Everybody knows who I am. I'm the blue floaty head asshole.
And we've got MathPig.
Whatever.
I'm not arguing with that this morning.
If Dave's quiet, if Dave's quiet the whole
MathPig
show,
fucked up.
if Dave's quiet the whole show, I'm blaming MathPig.
As always.
Wait, we need more drama on YouTube. Tell us. What do you do?
Yeah. There's not enough drama on
He
YouTube as a
woke up
platform,
for
is
this
there?
fucking show. That's what he did.
More.
That's it. Enough.
What a bastard!
I mean,
Right.
I told him to and everything, but still.
Dave, I'm going to drop for 2 secs because everybody's roboting around me, so that probably
Oh,
means
go
there's a
on,
problem
hurry up
on my
before
end.
I do the first question.
Yes, it's you.
It's just you.
Blame
Right.
MathPig.
Yes. Does anyone have anything fun on tonight?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Thursday, Richard Thursday.
Richard Thursday.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh, and yes, fucking Cynthia slept through her alarms last night, so she'll be here on Friday.
Friday. Are you sure?
Aw, poor thing.
Yes, she has assured me she will be here on Friday.
It's third strike and she's
Well,
out.
the good news is... Yeah. No, the good news is I'm off Friday, so I can actually watch one of your shows. Freaking shit. I never see you guys. I think you guys do it like this. What's B's schedule? That's when we'll stream. I think you guys as a conglomerate all do that.
That works. Right, first question. Question 842. Do you have a preference on the colour of shower gel / shampoo you'll use?
Do I have a what on shower gel?
Color?
What? Why, god damn it!
Color?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It's not weird, I buy green.
Yeah, but do you specifically buy it because
It's
it's
a UK
green?
thing.
No, I don't specifically buy it because it's green. I buy it because it's fucking usually on offer.
But that's your
It's
preference,
stupid
green.
shower gel, by the way.
You just hate my shower gel because it's Lynx.
Wait till you know if it find out how it smells.
Act.
Axe, yeah. Axe Africa.
That's awful. That is. So
Ooh,
fucking
that's a good
awful.
one.
It is!
Yeah.
I like
What's wrong
Africa,
with Lynx? What's the hell wrong with
Phoenix.
Lynx?
Cool
Why
mint.
are you
Apollo.
fucking... Ugh.
Cool mint.
Because Lynx
Yeah,
is
my
what teenage
God.
boys use.
Aside.
What?
What'd you say, man? I did not hear that.
I said you're supposed to be on my side. Well, tell
No.
him it's okay.
Damn it, MathPig, get rid of that cheap, shitty perfume freaking body wash. My God. What's wrong with you, man? You're an adult. You're not a teenager anymore. Buy some manly
I
stuff.
use Peppa Pig bubble bath.
Touche.
Yeah, what the problem there is you started buying that before you had a daughter.
MathPig, I think when you meet up with Manda, you need to use Brute for about a week. She's going to be begging you to be wearing links.
I actually had that joke and suggested to her I was going to use. No, it was Old Spice, wasn't it?
Old Spice, yeah, Old Spice or Brute.
Yeah. Well, I don't use shower gel. I still use bar soap. So,
Sammy, I do not use Old Spice or Brute. I can't stand the smell of either. See, look, they agree. Say again?
I've always had that. It's you get it at Christmas, you get it for your birthday, you know, it's cheap, it's cheerful, people buy it, and then it's always an offer.
What, Lynx Old Spice?
Yeah, Lynx.
Seraphim says, most sense, I like a blue. Ricardo says transparent. Seraphim says, axe smell, sniffs nice. Brandon says, I would like poo-coloured or puke with actual chunks. You understand why we have showers? Sam says, it smells like high school.
Somebody's missing the point here.
Yeah. Nerdy says, math teenager.
Yeah, Sam said smells like high school, and he's not wrong.
Well, the old one is the old deodorant name, don't you? It smells like Teen Spirit.
You know, the origin of that was that Kurt's girlfriend wore Teen Spirit deodorant, and so somebody used to tell Kurt that he smelled like Teen Spirit all the time, and he didn't know that that was the name of the deodorant, so he just thought it was a cool name for a song. Anyway, hi Sam, by the way. Good to see you up and about. Fred.
We're up to. What do you, Dave? I want to go to the store and sniff you. Okay. Jenny says, Old Spice, Brute, Axe make me vomit. Men smell bad enough by themselves. They don't need help to be worse.
I just realised, somewhere up there, I think I still have a bottle of Brute splash-on lotion. That was
Have
given
you
to me as a present. Maybe have used it a couple of times when I've been like desperately low on supplies, and it's like it's Brute or nothing. In hindsight, it probably should have just been nothing.
I don't use aftershave that much. Like,
I can't imagine why. Would it be the beard?
no, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, for the smell or anything like that, I wouldn't.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit pointless to her an aftershave if you got Epping Forest around your chin.
I know people put aftershave on not after they've shaved. A lot of people put aftershave on. Oh, I'm going to smell nice when I go out. That's why they put aftershave on, not for the effects. If you wanted something nice for your face after a shave, I always used balm. I never used aftershave. I always used the balm.
I don't know. Since we're trying to social distance, most of us anyway, I think we should make it a law in the U.S. for the next few months that everybody wears Old Spice.
That will help.
Yes, it will.
Not in the South.
Not in the South.
So I went out. I was out a few days ago this week, and there was a shit ton of people on the green in the square of my town, all hanging about, no masks, all standing protecting one of the Confederate statues. They're just standing there hanging out, protecting it. So,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
Not that anybody in this town would do anything about it. So, but still, it was pretty fucked up.
Nerdy says, Brute is cheap, you can splash it all over. Sammy now asks if Nerdy is really Badger. And Seraphim says, the explanation of Dave smelling like Toblerone.
Ooh. I dig that.
I like the smell of Toblerone. Alias says, every guy in my high school smelled like Draken Noir.
Ugh.
I don't like colognes and stuff. Like, I don't know. No. Too much. I don't wear perfume, and that for the same reason. People reek when they do that.
Mm.
People just don't know how to apply it properly, is what it is.
Yeah.
You don't have to bathe in it.
Wait,
A small amount, about 20-30 minutes before you leave the house. It fades enough that when you leave, you don't smell horrible. And by the time you get to where you're going, you smell exactly like you should.
I actually use black suede, and it's really light, and I don't use a ton of it. And I don't know, Amber seems to like it, so I must be doing something right.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
That's all
to
that
just clear
matters.
everything when Amanda gets here because she doesn't like anything that I have ever suggested. What about that? No, throwing that out. What about that? Throwing that out. What about this? We're throwing that out with your wardrobe.
You could see if one of those like pheromone spray things actually works, MathPig. I mean, I have my doubts that they do, but just in the interest of science, purely.
Oh, in the interest of science, within 6 months, I'm going to look and smell completely different.
There's one cologne that I like because my crush in high school wore it. So whenever I smell that, I always feel all fluttery and stuff because of him. So
You see, that's strange because Ghost perfume, the original Ghost, a girl I used to go out with in high school used to wear that, and every time I can smell Ghost perfume a mile away. And it always makes me weak at the knees.
I'm not wearing perfume, so fuck off.
See, yeah, I have to wear her high school boyfriend's aftershave, and she just tells me to fuck off.
They've ruined her.
Amanda, I'm sensing a little lack of compromise here.
Yes.
Everything that you smell of. Yes. No, it's gone. Right. Bad Temper Badger says Dave smells of Toblerone and burst rubber. With the burst rubber being a new addition. Sam says only the Brave cologne is nice. I have no idea what that is.
Is that Australian? I wonder. Never heard of it.
Probably. Kevin says the only cologne I wear is Michael Jordan. Does he not object?
Michael Jordan has a
Does it
cologne.
make
That's
you jump
weird.
higher though?
It does if you like it.
Doesn't like every celebrity have like a cologne or perfume out now?
Weird.
Pretty much.
It smells like a basketball court. Does he play basketball?
It makes me think it
That
would
Michael
smell like, the smell of a basketball, that rubbery smell.
Yes.
That's all I could think of. Yeah.
Nerdy says a handful of Brute, splash it over your crotch, win. Is this assuming you don't want to get laid?
Everything Nerdy has suggested is fuck.
I'm sorry, it tastes horrible.
Nerdy. Can I just say, I'm not going into too much details, you're wrong.
Right, next question.
Never answered.
Moving on. Say again? You answered at the
Nothing.
start!
No, I
What's
didn't.
your answer? Yes.
I asked you if you meant specifically color, and then I said nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've only got sound.
Do you have a colour? Do you bind? Then said you answer.
Fucking hard. Did you answer?
No. I don't care. I probably just, I'm a bit like MathPig. I buy what's cheap, usually links.
Yep. I go in, and if the links is
do you know what I smell of at the moment? Do you know what I smell of at the moment? David Beckham.
Huh?
David
She
Beckham.
shouted at me because David Beckham's usually the aftershave I buy because it's usually fucking cheap and it's not bad.
Is it? Oh, the reason I've got it is my sister bought it me for Christmas.
You said I shouted at you, like I fucking yelled at you about it. I just said get rid of it.
Well, technically, if he applies it every day, that is getting rid of it.
Up until the point I get there.
It is all gone.
Kevin says Michael Jordan is the best fresh scent, and it reacts with my natural musk.
Okay.
Okay.
Jenny says I dated a girl in college who wore white shoulders. She permanently destroyed my ability to hate perfume. Suave is typically the cheapest.
You know they still sell that shit?
Okay, now you can move on.
Now I can move. I haven't finished yet. Sammy says, I smelled a young actor in a theatre one time. It took me years to track down the smell. Polo black. Very expensive, but makes all a flutter every time. Right, moving on. Question 843. What is far more dangerous than most people consider?
This show.
How is this show dangerous?
Because I have to get up really early in the morning. I don't know.
And you're liable to kill people.
And she's crabby, so it's dangerous for everybody with her.
Yes, exactly.
On the show.
What is far more dangerous than most people consider?
Yes.
Blinds. String blinds kill an awful lot of children. People forget to tie their blinds up for the windows in the house, and they leave the kids in the living room where they're safe, and a lot of kids get fucking strangled by blinds.
It's true.
Yeah, I was just going to say furniture and decor. A lot of people don't know, if you have small kids, make sure your furniture cannot tip.
Yeah, learned that. We made a chest of drawers.
Yeah.
Made a chest of drawers, and the daughter's grandmother wouldn't let us drill a hole in the wall to put it to the wall, and the child climbed it, and it fucking fell down and dropped the child.
Yep.
I have an answer for this question. Yoga balls.
They seem so innocent until they pop on you, and then you know the truth.
Oh man!
We own 3 yoga balls. Only one of them has popped. Or 4 now. Only one of them has popped. A 25% failure rate. That's 75% of the time. They're perfect.
Dave. That's like the old Dave Allen joke, though, isn't it? About that 10% of all road accidents are caused by drunk drivers. Therefore, 90% of all road accidents is caused by sober people. Get sobriety off the roads.
Well, I would have said the answer. I would have answered this question with driving.
Yeah.
Being in a car. Sarah,
statistically speaking, yeah.
Sammy said, people named Sammy. You're living in a city. Living in a city reduces your lifespan. Nerdy says, is anyone going to say religion? No, we're not that sort of show.
B already said religion.
That was my first answer.
Yeah. See, I'd like to say something like
Christianity, but any organized religion is pretty much.
I'd say something like anti-vaxxers or that. I'd like to think most people are aware that they're dangerous, but sometimes I get the feeling that people are not aware of just how dangerous they potentially are.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed. I completely missed certain answers. Ilya said, I think people in general are far more dangerous than most people consider. We destroy the planet, the ecosystem, and hurt each other. Come on, we are the most dangerous. You think we're more dangerous than honey badgers?
Yes.
They're vicious.
Oh, God, yes.
Jenny says, mass hysteria and mass violence. Seraphim said, skip my answer. Where
Well, we know that's
Seraphim?
dangerous. It's called violence.
Jeff took my second. Vending machines.
Vending machines.
Yeah, vending machines are a bit lethal. I remember someone managed to rock the one at university over until it fell on them.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that happen a few times.
To be fair, they were rocking it.
Yeah.
It's not like you walk by a vending machine and it randomly falls on you. Right.
Yeah.
You've heard me say
it is the fault of the machine. There must be a plot by the vending machine manufacturers to slowly cull off the population in a way, because they just do this in a way where you put the money and it swallows your money, and whatever the product is just leaves just hanging slightly over the edge. It won't drop out.
To entice you to rock it.
Shaking the things, and then carnage ensues.
Badger says badgers in vending machines. But as long as you don't press the code, I don't think it'd be a risk. I mean, press the button, you're screwed.
Just don't choose that option.
Yeah. Kevin says the police, which is quite bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always, yes.
Mm.
Well, I think we're all pretty aware.
Yeah,
of
well,
that,
that's universal as well. So.
Yeah, I knew that a long time ago.
So did I.
Speaking of vending machines, if you guys, those ones that have the double things in them, and there's like boiled eggs and salad and all that stuff. I walked up to one time and it said toss salad, and right underneath of it said position 69. I'm not even kidding. It was absolutely hilarious. I took a picture and posted on Facebook. It was years ago.
Fair enough. Right, I think we'll go for the next question. Oh, right-wing populism. I thought everyone was saying things. Manda.
Fuck, it's fine. I don't even know why the fuck I'm here.
Go on. What's far more dangerous than most people consider, Manda?
Amanda.
Amanda. Bad mood.
Yes, Ed.
Let's go with the bucket story. When Angel was an infant, my father was sitting on the couch playing with him and had him on the arm of the couch and was laying him down, and he slipped over the side and fell headfirst into a bucket, and it got stuck on his head.
That's not dangerous, that's hysterical.
It was hysterical, and I still tell him that story to this day.
So what is the danger here? Is the danger the arm of the chair, the arm of the sofa wasn't high enough?
No,
is the danger the bucket,
like
or your dad should have been watching him better?
He was holding onto him, and he just was like la la la, and then just slipped over the side. And then my father would not come near him for like 2 weeks because he was so upset that he thought he hurt him. Angel didn't give a fuck. He wasn't even crying, but the fact that the bucket got stuck in his head for so long, it was really funny. I'm a terrible mother, but it was hilarious.
Laughing so hard you can't pull it off.
He's just like waving his hands around this red bucket on his head.
Hold still! Hold still, son!
But I can always tell him that that's the reason, because he really was dropped on his head as a child. So,
So I come back to that? What?
Yeah.
Poor Angel.
I'll tell you later, honey. It's an angel story. So.
Which ended with him getting dropped on his head. So it's a good story or a bad story?
Oh, it's a great story.
Yeah, well, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Nerdy said, getting up in the morning is deadly. Diana says, if Kate was here, I'd say bionic dance. Ricardo says, right-wing populism. Sammy says, children. I agree with that completely.
Yeah. Teenagers especially.
Teenagers. You think teenagers are worse? Jenny says, more dangerous than most consider. What? Say again?
Well, as a teenager, we blew stuff up.
So not dangerous at all. You should tell Angel all about it and the things you did.
No, what is wrong with these people?
How's he gonna learn if you don't tell him?
Exactly.
Trial and error. He probably does enough of it on his own. He likes to do. It's weird. He's been finding weird shit on the golf course and just collecting it, like a bunch of lighters and really old pocket knives and shit. He has 6 pocket knives now that he's just found on the golf course. So
there's an answer to this question: golf courses.
Yeah, there you go.
Finding random weapons lying around the golf course.
It's weird. So
well, I want to know why they put javelins every so often.
What?
Used to walk around playing with their javelins. You just walk around and they've got javelins in the ground everywhere, and you just go pick them up and chuck them.
Lawn darts.
Lawn darts.
Lawn darts.
Yeah, but people know they're dangerous.
Anybody ever thought that was a good idea?
I have a lawn dart story. We used to play with those when we were kids. And my brother ran right across when the older kids, because we were little. We were I was 4, he was 7. And so we were running around, everybody playing, because we weren't playing. and one's like stuck in the back of his head like this.
Oh!
And just stuck there, like right on that flat spot. And he ran around a circle screaming like, ah! Ran into the house, still screaming. Stopped in front of my mom. My mom looked at him like, oh! And he goes, Mommy, I have a lawn dart stuck in my head. Just totally calm.
Which brother?
And she was a nurse, so she looked at it, she pulled it out, and she goes, you know, bandaged it, and she's like, all right, son, I don't think we have to go to the doctor, but you can't play for a few days, you know? Like,
which brother?
just stuck in his fucking head. He's fine.
Which brother?
Oh, I'm not telling you that.
Oh!
Then it was Richard, because that's the only one we fucking know.
No, the one we know,
It was Richard. Hey now.
We
he's
need
fine.
a new
I
nickname.
would know.
No, he's not nuts. Just has different ideas, that's all.
You've removed
were
his
talking about
antenna.
Weird.
You've removed his antenna.
We were throwing rocks at the river one time, and I lifted one and threw it, and it was green covered in algae, and a cousin of mine thought it was a tennis ball and jumped up and headbutted it and hit the ball and split the whole top of his head open. And then we didn't want to get in trouble, so we went to the local caravan site and just rinsed his head underwater and covered it in toilet paper, and it was like, yeah, that's fine. I think his parents came out a couple of days later and took him to get stitches.
It's fine.
Oh.
Head still bleeding 48 hours later.
Jenny says, the more dangerous than most people consider, sex with kitchen implements. Which kitchen implements? Nerdy says...
Those mix masters, man, you gotta watch that.
Don't turn it on. Nerdy says paper. Those paper cuts sting for minutes.
Actually, paper cuts are horrible.
Nothing worse, is there? Nothing worse. Nerdy says, laughing so hard you can pull it off, Beth 2020. Paul Blog says parents. Are parents worse than children? Probably.
Depends on the parents.
Lawn darts are a gift from Darwin. Alright. Next question. I can't breathe. Right. 844.
I should have told that story.
That's a good
He's
story.
gonna kill me because now everybody's making comments about it.
Right, no one can
ahead,
tell
I'm
him.
sorry,
No
Dave.
one can tell him we actually know the story. Okay, we just have to drop hints around it.
You know, honestly, like everybody in my family, there's so much happened when we were kids that most of them don't remember it. And then I'll tell them the story and they'll go, oh, I forgot that even happened. I'm like, how do you guys forget all this shit? So I'm like the memory bank for the whole family because they all forget shit from when we were kids. So I don't even know if he remembers it, honestly.
He will. Right. Question 844. What useless phrase are you able to say in a foreign language?
Where's the shoe store?
Go on then.
¿Dónde está la zapatería?
¿Qué pasa?
What's que pasa mean?
What's up?
Yeah.
That's not
what's
useless.
up is que tal. Que pasa is how
Okay.
goes it, kind of.
Yeah, how goes it, basically, yeah. But
That's not
everybody uses
useless.
it like, what's up?
But that's not useless.
Well,
That's got a
Americans
use.
do, because we bastardize every fucking language we get a hold of. So, yeah, it's us.
Yeah.
Still, that's not a useless phrase. Ilya says,
Well, it's so overplayed that it means that everybody's just like, what's it? Whatever.
I'm going to regret this.
It's not
I'm going
meant
to
that-
regret.
Nobody's
regret-
really asking you how it's going.
True.
They say it.
I'm going to regret this question so badly because now people are putting things in other languages that I can't read. Ilya says, Leck mich am Arsch. German for kiss my arse. Jeff, read the chat.
No, I think that's useful.
Yeah, I think that's quite useful.
Okay, of course you did, Badger. There we go.
No, read the next line.
Your octopus is very offensive.
Offensive. Your
Yeah,
octopus
read
is
it
very
in-
offensive.
Read the foreign language bits.
Okay. It says your octopus is very offensive in foreign language.
I'm gonna throw something at you. Su pulpo es my offensivo. I can't think you would ever need that. So wa himitsu desu. I don't like this question at all. I didn't even occur to me.
No, tell him what the answer is. Just keep writing foreign words.
Someone read the chat. MathPig.
Yeah.
No, you guys, you have to write what it is afterwards. We don't know what these things mean.
The useless phrase that I know is one that would have been screamed at me an awful lot whenever we were younger in Irish, and it's Chucky Arla.
What the hell's that?
Chucky Arla means our day will come.
Alright, Dave, you read the live chat again? There you go. There you go.
Say it.
I need MathPig to tell me if I'm.
That says critical questions is rubbish.
That's not useless. Go on.
I need MathPig to tell me if I'm saying this correctly or not, because I don't know if I'm even saying it right. But Ish Mish Aranok.
I don't fucking speak Irish. I'm a Protestant atheist.
Well, I mean,
this is why I got the Irish people screaming abuse at me.
Supposedly that's I am an Irishman.
Is it? But again, that's not what's useless for you. Oh, there's all these things.
Launcher means cheers in Irish.
Right.
Well, everybody knows that.
It is kind of useless for me because I'm American and I'm half Italian, so
I'm gonna kick Jeff.
Wait, so are you half Irish then?
What have I done wrong?
Yeah, I'm half.
No non-Latin alphabets.
Dave, you have to read Badgers.
Let me get through. Nerdies is May Phi Mashkin Yi Y Godden. Which he says earlier on, my boy is in the tree. So that could be useful. Badgers Ori Bice Kick COVID. If that's fucking, I've forgotten what they're called. Manchurian? No.
I think it
Mandalorian.
bound to get COVID.
Manchurian.
I just remember. Oh, there's the Dave. Oh, this is great. That's a secret, Dave. Kevin, dude, I'm absolutely getting a recording of Dave reading Spanish that badly. I can't read anything. Jenny.
I used to get yelled at in Dutch a lot, but I never knew exactly what they were saying. So.
People can stop putting things in the chat now, because Jenny says.
I'm just gonna do it for the rest of the fucking show. You get that, right?
Jenny says, that is Norwegian for oive. Which I don't know what is. I can't say these things now without knowing what they are. I can imagine it is Mandalorian. I'm gonna kick him. People are gonna die.
I appreciate it.
You appreciate it. Right. Is there anyone? No. Jeff, what can you say?
My friend at work
I'll
a couple weeks ago, I don't remember how to say it now.
Wait.
I'll just say
she taught me how to say your mother is a cunt.
That's useful.
Spanish.
That's useful. Jeff, the point of the question is you have to say it.
I mean, that's what I actually asked her how to say something bad in Spanish because these Spanish people that were homeless, there was only a few of them, but they were coming in stealing and they were calling me white bitch. And I was like, I need to use something to get back at them. What do you got?
Right, I'm a little rusty then. This might not come out right. Les questions critiques sont des odeurs.
That's French, right?
Which means?
Right?
Yeah.
Which means?
Questions is rubbish.
Yeah, but you didn't know that already. The whole point of the question is what you know. Not.
Well, what is your answer, Dave?
Oh, I haven't got one. I can't speak anything. I can barely speak English.
Actually, hold on. Actually, I could probably just say, "Du hast mich."
What's that?
Well, yeah.
It's Rammstein.
That's basically means you hate me. Roughly means you hate me in German. It's only because it's a fucking Rammstein song.
I want to know what this one means here.
Song, by the way.
I want to know what this means from Ricardo. La pala di Dave esplosi e si fesi
I'm gonna
male.
go ahead and assume it has something to do with your ball exploding.
I was just as about to say that is totally a different version of exploding or explosion or something.
And Sammy knows Verdamite Edition fucking lizard in German. I've got. Dave has to read the meaning of. No, I do not have to read the meaning of yours. Right.
So it means all helmet, no head. I'll do it for him.
It's so kind. Right, moving on. We're getting nowhere with this question. It's a terrible question.
I hope you're taking note of all the different characters, Dave, because you're going to get tested on this one day.
I'm going to kill the person that wrote this question.
You did.
Well, Dave, that'll be funny. They may have written the question. You didn't have to ask it.
No, I didn't think about it. Think about it when I selected it.
No,
I thought, is it too close to
Apparently.
a question we previously had? Now that question, I didn't have to read these things out.
No, you didn't.
Right, next question.
You feel a bit silly now.
I always feel a bit silly. Feel like a right cunt now. Right. Question 804.
We'll do Hebrew in the chat, and then that'll be it.
Ooh, I can sing a whole song in Hebrew.
Why?
I
Go on then.
don't know why I know these things.
Go on, we're waiting.
I'm not singing it.
We'll clap. What beat?
Hararot halalu and nakadu malikin ahabi simba ahajawota almilka mo sheavasita by matenu by minhem basmanoze. Ide koneha hakadoshem. Hebrew.
What does it mean?
You know what? If you ever call me that again, Manda, that's it. We're not friends. I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Nerdy says make
I just know the song.
Nerdy says make Dave
So.
read foreign languages forever. No. That's evil.
Sounds like fun.
Yes, please.
No.
We like
You will
it.
hate me. Right, next question. Question 845. Would you rather only be able to have sex in the shower or on the kitchen table?
Did we not had this before?
We had similar ones.
I think it was like shower or bath last time.
I'll say shower.
God, kid sex is
Do
really
we have
fun,
kids
though.
or are we like kidless couple?
No, got kids.
Kids go to bed at some
Not
point.
gonna fucking look iron table then.
Manda?
The table or the counter, it's, more fun.
Nerdy says kitchen table.
There's no
Robbie?
fear of drowning there.
No. And you can
But
lie
you don't
down.
have to stand up
Yes.
or slip.
I know it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, shower sex
like the
can
leg,
be fun
but
every
whatever.
once in a while, but it's super overrated.
I'm going to say table, but if B thinks it's a pain in the ass, well, you must be having all kinds of fun.
No, I meant trying to have sex in a shower is a pain in the ass. It's
He's
difficult.
just giving me a hard
Or
time.
it could be a pain in the ass, depending on who you are.
Yeah, don't
Ricardo says, is the table from IKEA?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
apparently
Could be an
so.
issue. Then no. Then you'd have
No.
to
Yeah, I
guess-
shower sex. There's nothing you buy from
we
IKEA
do need to
stays
know-
together.
Right.
Come on, Beth.
It's true. We need to know, is this like a standard 36-inch shower, or is this any size shower you want? Because if it's one of those really high-end sprays everywhere, has benches, it might be fun.
No, it's just a normal shower.
Oh no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Taking the table.
I'll take the table.
Paul Blogg says table. Kevin says front lawn. Nerdy says moves the table into the bedroom and gets on with it. Seraphim says table. It's the kitchen table. It no longer is the kitchen table if you move it into the bedroom. It is the bedroom table.
Yeah. Well, my kitchen table
Or
isn't
it's just
in
a
my
kitchen
kitchen,
table in the
though.
bedroom.
Oh, it's in my fucking dining room.
I would accept dining room.
There you go.
MathPig.
Table.
The table seems to be more appealing.
You, Dave?
Table.
All right.
See?
Right, next question. Question 846. What thing did you love before everyone else had heard about it that you then did not like as much because it had become popular?
So much thinking involved in this question.
Manda!
Fuck you!
You wanted to make sure you got a chance to answer, honey.
I know!
You
I keep getting
you literally just heard me say there's too much thinking involved in this question, so...
I know.
Next!
Manda!
Fuck you! Dave! I loved Dave before everyone else, now I fucking hate him. Kidding.
Well, can't top that answer, Amanda. I'm done.
Beth!
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
Bad Tempered Badger says Artemis Fowl. Nikki says YouTube. Jeff says Nirvana. Meatloaf!
You still love Meatloaf and you know it.
Nerdy says he wants to hear Amanda's answer. Sammy says The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Kevin says Critical Questions.
That is a good remake, Sammy. I love it.
Nerdy says Star Wars. Has no one on the panel got any
You know what? I read the Hunger Games before they made the movie and stuff, and the books were actually pretty decent, and then they made the movie and everything sucked. So I'll go with that.
Hunger Games. Fair enough.
It's not a bad answer. I definitely, the books were definitely better. But I mean, I enjoyed the movies. I'm not going to say I didn't. But I figured out that it's better to watch the movie and then read the book of any movie out there, because you lose so much in the movie, because in order to put the whole entire book in a movie, it would have to be like a 5-hour movie. And nobody in the whole United States is going to sit for a 5-hour fucking movie. We have no attention span for that shit.
No.
So I started watching the movie and enjoying that, and then reading the book and getting the rest of the story. So, because I did the other way, it fucked the movie up every time.
Yeah.
I don't usually read like teenage or like young adult stuff, but Angel had been reading it, and he was like, "Yeah, let's read this together." So we read it together, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I did it because my ex's daughter, she was just kind of like my stepkid. She was so into it. She was like, "Please, you have to read it," and I was like, "All right, fine."
Yeah.
Kevin says Facebook. Seraphim says MySpace. Paul Blogs 2 says Twitter.
My answer is going to be certain people. Excuse me. Certain people and shows, because they were actually making good points until they became popular and thought they were social justice gods.
Oh yeah.
Can't imagine who you're talking about.
I
Jeff
literally
says,
have no idea.
No. Jeff says Critical Questions jumped the shark when he became a regular. Sammy says Marilyn Manson. What's World Musical? I did have an answer and I've forgotten it. Oh, the internet.
That's a good answer.
Jenny says BMWs in the early 70s when everyone else had heard of them and thought they were VWs or British crap. that's not really what happened here. So I can't really emphasize. MathPig.
Heroes, watched it in sci-fi before BBC One picked it up. Nobody knew about it. I thought it was fantastic. They all told me I was stupid for watching a live-action X-Men movie, and then look how big Heroes got.
But it also went shit.
Well, yeah, the first season was good, but then after that it was shitty.
Ricardo says Sophia Prague.
Hi.
I think that was separated by a comma, but I don't know what he was talking about if he did it like that. I don't know.
Badger says RTS games. Yeah, I was wondering that. They're different places. Manda.
I answered.
You answered.
Did you?
Jeff.
Music collector says. Music collector says. Dave, answer the question.
I already did.
I somewhat answered in the chat, but I think that's kind of a thing with music in general. And sometimes it's certain bands or even sort of types of music genres, in a sense that they go downhill in a sense when they become popular, because once they do, like, you get the record labels just start signing up like loads and loads of artists because it's in, and a lot of what they sign up is real mediocre rubbish. So you'd have to look at the heavy metal explosion in the 80s and the 90s Britpop thing to see that.
No, you're right, though. I agree with that, Jeff.
And Nirvana was a special one with me because I kind of liked them or whatever. I wasn't like massive into them, but I just noticed once he died, everybody jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah. I didn't.
Yep.
I didn't like Nirvana before or after he died.
A lot of people hadn't even heard of him until he died.
I'd heard of him. I wasn't.
I'd actually just heard of him about a year and a half before he died.
No.
I didn't know who he was before that, but
no. Right.
Yeah, I agree, Dave. I wasn't impressed.
He made his music famous by dying.
Nah, fuck you guys. You know what? Oh.
Does she like Nirvana? I didn't know that. Amanda! Come back!
No, you done pissed her off, Dave. I told you about that shit.
Right, question 847. Have you ever been arrested? What for?
We've had this before, I'm sure of it.
Have we?
I'm pretty damn sure
I didn't think I had this one.
Not what I've been on.
Have you been arrested?
We don't have enough time for me to.
You have to just pick one. You have to just pick one.
Yeah, this is yeah. Given Ed's background, you think it might be a little unfair on him here.
I know. I'm sitting here looking. I might need to move that question. Fuck it. I'll ask it anyway. Go on, Ed. You go. You start.
All right. Do we want to start with the first one or the last one?
The last time you were arrested. Let's go with that.
The last time I was arrested, approximately 9 police officers showed up to arrest me for owing a fine.
They consider you that much of a threat?
Oh yeah. I'm registered in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. My hands and feet are registered as deadly weapons. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Well, you know, Ed, you should try washing them. You won't offend so many people.
The dumbest thing I ever got arrested for was being in the middle of the street with a blood alcohol level of 0.387, asking the police to shoot me, and I got arrested for 6 counts of attempted murder of a police officer.
What?
Yeah. Took me 37 months. It took me 37 months to get out of prison.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
How in the fuck did that get twisted?
Because I'm Ed Schofield, and they decided they were going to charge me with trying to murder police officers for asking them to shoot me.
That's insane.
And the stream gets kicked because he just said his full name and everybody realized who he was. No.
Oh, I've said my full name plenty of times. So.
No. I meant they're like, oh, that guy, and they kicked Dave's
Oh
stream.
yeah.
I'll answer this question the same way I answered it last time Dave asked it. Never been arrested. Not to say I haven't done things in my youth that I probably should have been arrested for. I just wasn't caught. Have been punched by a copper on a demonstration though.
Was that more satisfying?
Yeah, well, let's just put it this way. If it weren't for two of my friends, I probably would have gotten arrested because I kind of got up and was going to go for them, and they dragged me back away to make sure I didn't get. Because I was going for this copper. I was going to hit him. But
yeah. Badger says, a colour tried to catch me once. I ate his liver with some baked beans and a nice cup of tea. Bill says, I was once arrested under the sections of the Criminal Justice Act. Go on, Beth.
I thought it was supposed to be fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Yeah, he's a badger, and he's a British badger.
Well, that's true. Okay. Lower class level. Okay, so here's my answer. I was 10, 11 years old, and I was hanging out with this couple of kids in town. They caused some problems and stuff. Nothing too major. They just did stupid little shit. And we went. It was cold one day, and we went into one of the convenience stores, and the buddy I was with went up to the counter, bought something, and then he gave me a piece of candy bar.
Yeah.
Or no, it was a roll of Sweet Tarts, and said, I can't take this home. If my mom finds out I bought it, I'll be in some deep shit. And so we're staying in the store just reading magazines and stuff. And so he hands it to me, and I put it in my pocket. And then I fucked around for a little bit. He didn't come back. They all left and shit. And I was like, screw it. I'm going home. So I went to walk out the store, and they pulled me back in there and got a hold of my mom and called the cops. No, they called the cops on me and over a roll of Sweet Tarts. Yes, I was 10 years old. Yes. Called the cops.
Did
the
you
cops
look
got a hold
dangerous?
of my mom. They came in and handcuffed me, put me in a cop car, drove me the block and a half to the police station. My mom walked down there and literally kicked me in the ass all the way back to the house, called me a thief for weeks, and I tried to tell her I didn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, no, Mom, that's not how it happened. I didn't know he stole it. So apparently he was just afraid to walk out the door with it and couldn't put it back, and he gave it to me, I think is what happened. But
awesome.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been arrested. It was absolutely horrible. Like, paraded me up the street, kicking my ass, called me a thief for like a month. What do you want, thief? Yeah, she was pissed.
I bet she was.
So. She didn't know about the beer that we stole out of that same store for months before that.
But if you were going to steal, you wouldn't get caught.
Right! I'm not stupid enough to get caught. No, that's pretty much the only thing I've ever really stolen in my life was like 3 or 4 beers. So.
What have we got here? I've lost the damn thing. Sammy, I've been arrested for stealing pavers from my veggie garden. I was about 12 or 13. Anyone got any clue what a paver is?
Yeah, a paving stone.
A paving stone.
Those things you decorate your garden with, yeah.
Right. Ricardo says, never been arrested. Got my mother arrested. You got your mother arrested. Do what? Kevin says, a better question would be, what is the most memorable thing you've ever heard a uniformed officer say? I will steal that for another day. Now Badger's pissed off. Did I piss Badger off? Whoops. Kevin
may have done.
I may have done. Did I miss-say something?
Well, the more worrying thing is that Manda's not back yet.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I know.
That.
I'm like, Manda, hello,
Manda.
I can hear you.
Have you been arrested?
No.
Never.
Slacker.
You must have been.
I know, right? What kind of a teenager were you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I was a fucking perfect teenager. Actually, no. My parents thought I was the perfect teenager. I didn't drink.
That's all that matters.
So they didn't know about the arrests.
No rest. I was, I partied while I was in high school. So they had no idea. I would come home in the morning after being up all night, drinking and smoking cigarettes, reeking of fucking vodka and smoke, and my mother would be like, "Oh, you look really tired," and tuck me into bed and have no fucking clue. So yeah.
Oh, I see. Badger's pissed off because he's a high-class British badger.
Yeah.
Not convinced. MathPig!
Meh.
Should have asked me before Amanda come back.
Why?
Just be easier in my life if you'd asked me before she come back, that's all.
She promises not to listen.
Yeah, right.
You do realise that even if Amanda's not here, she can listen to this show back.
Yeah, I heard everything.
Everybody here knows that I was banned from driving before I even got my license, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Enough said.
Ricardo says, yes, I refused to show ID during a drug raid on a coffee place we were in. I was busy drinking my coffee and refused to show ID. Because I was 16, she got detained until they confirmed my ID. That's quite funny. Right, next question. I've never been arrested. That I can remember.
That you do realise though that there's going to come a day when Manta will be here in the UK, and she is going to be arrested on account of something she is going to either have done to myself or to you, Dave.
Two things here. Firstly, she'll make it out the UK before she gets arrested. I reckon she's quick. Right. And secondly, have you seen that an arrest warrant has been issued for Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the Iran one.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Look, that whole.
Admittedly, though, he did commit a war crime, so.
Sorry, I assume this is that whole international criminal court kind of thing where you can supposedly do that for, and
No, it's just a normal arrest warrant. But
you can do that under international criminal court thing, but that lost all blooming credibility when Pinochet got let off, quite frankly.
No, again, it's a different thing. Different thing. You can do normal arrest warrants and then make it an international arrest. It doesn't make it a part of the International Criminal Court.
No. Either way, it's a joke. There's people that are guilty of bloody war crimes that will never be held accountable. It's quite clear that this country is never going to hold Tony Blair accountable for fucking what he did.
No.
So. Anyway,
it is what it is.
Let's get off that because that could be a long rant.
Next question.
Moving on.
Question 848. If the technology became available, would you consider having your torso and ribcage I just typoed. Ribcage replaced with an identical perspex mould? So you could see into your body.
Why would I want that?
Why not?
Yeah.
Be awesome.
No, why would I want that?
I mean, I demonstrate, but you see, I can't.
You become. We as humans have become obsessed with checking ourselves to make sure there's no issues inside of us. We'd be in the mirror going, "I think my liver hurts. Let me see."
Dave, I'm self-conscious enough about what's on the outside without having to fucking look in the mirror and worry what's going on the inside as well.
But you might have a really attractive heart.
My issue is this: if you do that, it makes it easier for somebody to aim a deadly shot.
Yeah,
that's very true.
It'd have to be bulletproof perspex or something. Yes.
Yeah.
No one likes this. Sammy, nope. Ricardo, no. Kevin, Seraphim, no. Badger, no. I would not like that. I don't even like wearing short sleeves. Seraphim, I don't have a heart. Kevin, only if I can go full Hollow Man. You wouldn't be invisible.
Well, I mean, before he became totally invisible, though, you could see through him. Remember? As he was going invisible, before he became totally invisible, you could start to see through him that way.
That is true, but by implication, he did say in the question, "I've got if I can go full Hollow Man." So I'm assuming that's where he's getting to.
You have to change everything into transparent things. MathPig.
Probably make everybody an awful lot healthier. Not something I would like to do, no.
No, you wouldn't do it anyway. Beth?
No.
No one can't sell anyone on it. It'd be fascinating. Be able to see inside. Right, next question.
I mean, I guess if you were like a science teacher or something, you could do it to an animal so you could teach the class, but I wouldn't want it done to myself.
To other people, you're fine with.
No, I said if you want to do it, but then that would be cruelty to animal. See, you're going off a whole different thing now. Never mind. No, I don't think it's cool.
No.
Because the animal can't make that choice.
I think there's a consensus choice here. The answer's no, Dave.
Yes.
I think
Amanda says, I do.
So, because Kevin said I get him because of the Hollow Man comment.
Apparently I'm a Reaver. What's a Reaver?
That's
Raver I'm aware of, but
oh, it's fuck.
Jenny says no to Reaver.
I feel like I know what it is too. I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's something from Firefly, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the guys from Firefly. That was the word I was looking for. I can never remember the name of that show, and I don't know why.
Call it Serenity.
Because I don't know.
Serenity,
I never massively
Firefly,
massively got into it. So
right, next question. Question 849. What is your favourite band named after a body part?
Oh, this could be interesting. So I've got a few. Probably have a few here. Yeah. Let me get back to you on this because I'm trying to remember some of the names of some of the real cool names of death metal bands I like.
I can only remember the name of one band after a body part, which is what made me really doubt putting this question in. I thought, no, you guys will remember things. Manda!
I can think of his. No, that's not really a body part. It's a function.
What's that?
So, the Cherry Poppin' Daddies back in like the late '90s. That's,
no,
that doesn't work.
I was gonna say it was the Pussycat Girls or Dolls or something.
Pussycat Dolls.
Like, is it a pussy in it? Yeah.
Susie said meatloaf.
Meatloaf. That's not really a body part.
Oh, so I just Googled it because I was curious what some of the names are, and one of them is Stiff Little Fingers.
Who are they?
I've heard that name.
Here we go.
Five-finger death punch. That has the word finger in it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Sorry, Ed.
Badger says shit ass. I've never heard of.
I mean,
Ricardo,
even though it's five-finger death punch, is it actually named after the fingers or the death punch?
Yeah.
Either way, I'll accept it. It's got a finger in it.
Cool.
Everyone's happy with the finger in it. Ricardo says Pussy Riot. Music Collector says Leonard Skinner. Bill was going to say Stiff Little Finger. Everyone's saying Stiff Little Fingers.
Never heard of that band.
I never heard of either.
I mean, does anything like with it? Okay, does Motorhead count?
Oh yes, I think we'd accept Motorhead.
Bare Naked Ladies. That's kind of it. I'm gonna go with that.
Is the entire body? Does the entire body count?
Thank you.
I saw them 5 times in concert, so I'm keeping that.
Oh, Bad Tempered Badger says, Shit Arse is now a band. Who wants to join my new band, Shit Arse?
Well, I think the obvious one that is like I think everybody's missed here is Heart.
Heart.
Yeah,
I'm a massive fan of them, but that's the obvious one everyone's missed.
I like them.
Well,
Susie
would
got
that be
that.
a body part or an organ?
That's a body part.
Yeah.
Even though it's an organ.
Right.
And the only one I've managed to come up with was wings.
It's a body part on a bird.
On a bird.
Oh, here's a good one. The butthole surfers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin says
I saw
Tool.
them in concert too.
Kevin says Tool. I don't know if you can have. Can you have Tool?
Well, it's named after the tool.
No. I know what the euphemism is.
Spinal Tap.
Not a real band though.
Oh
No.
my god. Those guys.
Hey,
Susie says.
if they've played gigs at big festivals, they're a band, man, and they've done that.
All right.
Susie says the tragically
There's
hip.
one named Elbow.
Oh, there is.
Stupid.
Right, why?
Yeah,
How can Sammy say 9-inch nails? What in that is a body part? I fear he's thinking 9-inch. But
No, nails.
Nails.
oh,
Dave.
Your
Yeah.
finger.
my bad. Mind is elsewhere.
Finger 11.
Bill says Third Eye Blind. Sammy's back
The
to butthole
slits.
surface.
It's literally the name of a band.
MathPig, have you got
Oh,
any?
wow.
You run away.
I know one.
Motorhead.
I'll let that-
Motorhead. We already have Motorhead.
Yeah, well, that's about. Then make up a band. I don't follow bands of body parts.
Math Pig.
No, you're saying we all do.
I'll give Math Pig a little clue. Okay, Rod Stewart's first band.
So-
idea.
The Foreskins.
Oh my god.
The Force.
No,
Who was Rod Stewart?
the Faces.
The Faces.
That's
Eric
weird.
Clapston. Right. Fingernails, yeah.
Yeah,
The lag between us and the chat at the moment is horrendous. Right, next question.
Hilarious.
Question 850. Has a waiter ever spilled anything on you? And do you think it might have been deliberate?
what?
Has a waiter ever spilled anything on you?
No.
And do you think it might have been deliberate? So no.
So the answer there is no.
Beth?
I was totally distracted by the chat. What? I'm sorry.
Has a waiter ever spilled anything on you? Do you think it might have been deliberate?
No one has ever spilled anything on me. We were at, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, Pizza Hut used to be a little bit nicer of a dining place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you could go in and they actually gave you like ceramic plates, ceramic bowls. So my sister ordered French onion soup.
Mm.
And the guy brought it out to the table and dumped it on her lap. And it was not intentional, and they felt horrible, but it scalded her legs. Like, it was bad. Luckily, she had a skirt on, so she stood up and pulled it off her legs. But no, I don't think he did it intentionally. He felt terrible, and then she sent her cleaning bill to the Pizza Hut, and they paid it because she had a very expensive suit on at the time.
Susie says,
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
it
server.
hurt. Like,
I bet it did. Susie says, I'm a server and a bartender, and I've spilled red wine on some woman's pants, and the pants were white. Was it deliberate, though? Sammy says, no, they haven't, and yes, it was deliberate. How's that work?
No.
Manda!
they deliberately didn't spill it on him.
Yeah.
That's what he's
No.
saying.
And had they, it wouldn't have been I'm super nice to servers, like overly nice, and I over tip and all that shit. So, you know.
Same.
Susie says, I also spilled hot tea on a 90-year-old accidentally. Ed?
So I think the lesson is don't hang out with Susie when she has drinks in her hand.
Ed?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I've had a waiter spill something on me, but no, it was not intentionally. I think he tripped over somebody else's foot that just had their foot hanging out like 3 feet from their chair for no apparent reason, and they're a douchebag. But
MathPig?
No.
Neither?
Neither.
Oh, I was expecting some really interesting stories out of this. Right.
Do you think we're all assholes? Is that why?
No, I just think that everyone gets annoyed sometimes, and other people take offense to it sometimes. I think
What
it's
about
easy
you?
enough. Oh, no. I'm not convinced I'd remember if it had happened.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
You ever deliberately spilled anything onto a waiter? That's a question.
No.
Oh, sorry. I was always thinking of that scene in the New Statesman with Rick Mail, Stephen Fry, and Hugh Laurie, where Hugh Laurie's the waiter. Rick Mail and Stephen Fry are bullying him. So.
Don't remember that. Right. Question 851. What amazing secret about a relative did you only find out after they were dead?
Oh, I have one. That's
There's
easy.
none. There's none, honestly. Not that I'm aware of.
Beth?
Well, when I was young and my older siblings were teenagers, my dad had told my sister that our mother had a child out of wedlock, and we were like, "Mom, she's like a saint. You're nuts." And then in 1998, our brother found us. So, yeah, it turned out that she was kind of like someone got her drunk. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And she gave the baby up for adoption, but he found us 9 years after she died. So it was pretty shocking.
Well, especially because you were told about it and didn't believe.
Well, my dad said it. He was a lying, racist, fucking drunk piece of shit. We were like, whatever, Dad. Mom? Psh, no way.
Susie says, my cousin had an affair with her dad's best friend. He was married with 2 kids.
oh,
And Jenny says Carl Rayner died. Who's Carl Rayner?
Reiner.
Who's that?
actor, comedian.
Fair enough. Manda.
So, my grandfather, my mother's father, died when she was 7, and I thought that for the rest of her life, my grandmother just single, because like she never got remarried or dated really or anything that I knew of. But after she died, I found out she had had an affair with a married man.
Did your dad
My
know?
very, very Catholic grandmother.
Did the grandfather know?
Oh.
Well, no, I mean, after she slept with a married man.
Yeah.
This was after my grandfather had died. So
Got you.
that was it.
Ed?
That my biological father joined the army because he had got arrested.
That's quite...
They gave him 2 options.
Yeah, it was during that time. It was back in the early 50s. I think it was 1951. He got arrested, and they gave him the option: join the military or go to jail. And he joined the military and spent the next 27 years there.
Worked out good for him then. Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. That's the point of it, is to straighten people up and get them on a good path, and they can have a career and a life. I feel like judges should do that more often with these young men that need straightened out, because jail's not doing it, obviously. It's just making matters worse.
Your jails are not good jails.
I think
No, they call them rehabilitation correction center. Bullshit. You don't rehabilitate shit.
No, our prison system in this country is more about punishment than helping anybody.
Yeah.
And some of them, if you get them young enough, like right when they're 18 and they're like a minor drug offender, if you
keep
send
them
them
there
on
for
a
life.
good path, the reason most of them sell drugs is because they don't have a fucking career or money or anything, so they feel like that's the only thing they can do. So if you set them on a career path, they'll stop it. So we're just handling it totally wrong. See, Beth for president. I have so many good ideas. Anyways.
Right, Sammy says, my grandfather could bend a 1/2-inch Rio into a circle around his neck and shoulders at his local for bets. He would clean up and makes a week's worth of wages in a night. What the fuck is a 1/2-inch Rio?
Rebar.
Got you. Ricardo says, how do you call a contraband guy like moonshine driver for all that kind of stuff? That was my grandfather. MathPig.
After my auntie passed away, I found out she had other kids. Found out because my mother told her fucking kids that I know. That didn't end well in the family, fucking no.
You got a fun family. I suppose I found out my grandfather was he was very good at schemes. That he had lots of schemes going on. That he worked for Shell as a buyer, and he basically had left, right, and centre schemes with different drivers and all this stuff, and it was probably very dodgy. It didn't come across as dodgy in the stories I got told, but I wasn't told any of them till after he was dead. It was fun. Right. Next question.
Oh,
Question.
what Kevin H wrote in the chat.
What did Kevin H write? If you get them young enough, like when they're 18, be 2020. Yeah. Right. Question 852. What is the wettest you've ever made someone else?
Excuse me? Did I just hear you right?
What is the wettest you've ever made someone else?
Push somebody in a pool at a wedding because everybody was doing it?
That works. Big pool?
Oh yeah, like full-size in-ground. Somebody started pushing the wedding party in, and one of them was in front of me, and I just went, all right. I didn't even know him.
Manda?
Same. Pushing Angel into a pool. Or throwing Angel into a pool, actually.
Oh, it's much better to throw kids than push them. You don't want to strain their neck. If you just pick them up and throw them, the whole body hits at once. It's safe.
All at once.
Yeah.
Fair enough. MathPig?
I'm going to take it the route that you want and say ask Amanda.
Apparently you've got a better answer. I hate to break it to you, fairly certain she did that on her own.
Oh no, you didn't see my dance.
That's what the video is.
My God.
Badger Badger says, I shoved a friend into a pool once. Jenny says, a girlfriend stained the couch during a hot necking session on my couch. Susie says, I guess I was going to say water balloons, but I guess we're going sexual. Sammy says, I wasn't sure, Dave, but she slipped off the stool.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay.
These people are filthy.
We were docked at the moment, but I did push a guy overboard off a commercial fishing boat.
How high above the waterline?
I don't know, probably only about 10 feet.
Badger
It's lower
says,
than most of the diving boards. Not a big deal.
No, 10 feet's no.
I
I remember jumping off a tall ship into the water.
Okay, I did the sort of classic one, but made sure I could get like hose, involved the hose pipe. I made sure as soon as the hose pipe was set up and whatever, I could turn it on full whack and run. When someone friend of mine was say in a cubicle trying to take a shit and just set the hose pipe up and
Over the
so on, turn it on, run.
So he
That's
says,
great. I would have killed you, but that's great because I wasn't the victim.
it's one of those ones, isn't it? Badger says,
they'd done something to me previous, and I owed them, so it was like.
What did they do to you previous?
Oh, I'm trying to remember what. I think some of my like work clothes, or something they bloody hung up on the fucking ceiling. I had to go up and get them down, and I just thought the most creative. I think it got a little bit. Unfortunately, also with this person, we were friends at the time, but it got a little bit nasty because he messed
After
with
the
some
hose?
of my. Because he went. Well, you know what it's like with this little sort of workman thing or whatever. You don't mess with people's tools, and he did that to me. I think, to be honest, I think the point where I pushed it over the line was when I think I may have told this story on here before, actually, but it's when he was the company was flying him out to do a job in New Zealand that night. So whilst so he'd have to take his toolbox. So what I went and did is got a load of little polythene bags, filled them all up with silica powder and stuffed them right down the bottom of his toolbox. Now, you've seen silica powder. Well, let's just put it this way. We're talking lots of little polythene white bags with white powder in them. He's got to go for an airport. Do I need to say any more?
No, there was definitely no water involved.
I'd say that's probably the point where I went too far, but that particular one didn't have water. That was after the water thing.
Badger says, I left David Worley on a raft in the Atlantic after we made our plastic waste stream.
So no one. So this obviously wasn't the direction you were hoping this was going in, Dave. Obviously,
I thought pushing people into things would be the answers.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. Very much so. Right, moving on. The second to last question. What? What was that? It was the penultimate. It was the penultimate question yesterday.
Yeah, but I wasn't here. I'll do it right when I'm here.
Ask MathPig. What was it yesterday, MathPig?
I already told her.
I'm gonna fall off. I can't. Right. The second to last question. Question 853. Is anything ever truly accidental?
Yeah.
Oh God, we're getting into like determinism and stuff here now, aren't we?
Yep.
I don't. I'm gonna say yes because I don't know. I don't know where I fall on the whole determinism thing at the moment. So I'm gonna sort of say yeah, something can be completely accidental. But I'm gonna sort of tenuously say that.
MathPig?
Because
I would say things can be accidental, yes.
You think things can be accidental? Beth?
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it's just bad circumstances leading to a.
But do you not think that the circumstances that they were always inevitable?
What, like your ball bursting, for example?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not. I'm not doing that to make a joke here. Just use that as an example of what we're talking.
No, I'm not doing it. I don't think it's like a fate thing where it's going to happen no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that.
It's not
Yeah,
fate.
I haven't really investigated that enough and looked into that enough to think if that's even true or not. But in my opinion, no. I think it's
no. I mean,
either shit happens or it doesn't. I mean, think about all the times things don't happen.
I came. Sorry, but I wasn't trying to talk over you. I think it's the lag there. But no, like I said, obviously people know I come from a form of polytheist tradition and whatever, where fate was kind of a big thing. Within that, it wasn't like really, but fate was kind of a thing. I know there's like the arguments now about like determinism and stuff, but and arguments around. But I don't know. Just got to say, I don't know where I fall on it. To be honest.
What we got here? Seraphim says yes. Sammy says yes, absolutely. Jenny says yes, like when my finger got caught in the bench grinder wire wheel twice. Music Collector says someone snuck up and stuck a pin in it.
Damn it, Kaz.
Manda.
Yes.
Yes. Interesting. No, I would go down the other way. I don't think anything is truly accidental. I mean, within the context of our lives in our heads, I think there are things that are so far detached. My ball was an example. You would describe my ball popping as accidental. But I think that everything that led up to that was completely deterministic. It is what it is. Right. Last question.
Fine, I won't answer. Be that
I
way.
thought you did. You answered first.
No,
I answered first.
No, Ed answered and then you answered. Oh, damn it. Go on, Ed.
No, I didn't.
Go on.
I absolutely think some things can be truly accidental. I don't know. I can't see myself purposely destroying any of my canvases. Like, that is something I do accidentally.
Yes, but that's you in that sense. Everything that led up to it and everything that, like I said, would you
ruined your paints because, for talk's sake, your paints were mixed. If your paints weren't mixed, and your paints were mixed because you tripped that time when you were coming in, and
to you it was an accident, but all the things that led up to it weren't accidental, and it resulted in that. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
I know what you mean. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it exactly like that, Dave. That does change. I guess it would just depend on the situation. Then it does change a lot if you think about it in that respect.
I mean, I know sort of there's. I mean, to me, it's just it's almost a bit of a meaningless philosophical argument in a lot of ways to me.
Maybe.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I mean,
the problem is we don't know whether determinism exists on a universal scale, but we certainly know it exists on a local level. Unless there is something external to us, like a soul or some such like that, something that we can't measure. Everything else within our local lives is pretty deterministic.
Well, Sammy says, I believe the first action was accidental. Therefore, every action that follows may have been caused by the one before that originates from accident.
That could very well be. But yes. It's an interesting idea, that one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at the moment, we think at the lowest level, at the lowest universal level, that there is pure randomness. And if that's the case, then everything that stems from that is an accident.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question either way.
Ricardo says, so are you saying all circumstances leading to an event are determined or predetermined? They're determined, not predetermined. It's not... You can't necessarily... I mean, chaos theory basically states you can't predict it necessarily, because you can only predict on a minor level. Wally says, it sounds like an unmoved mover to me. We're touching on that as an accidental cause. I don't know. Right, anyway, last question. Back to some good, popular, normal ground. Question.
So it's a smutty question. Okay.
It's not a smutty. It's not really a smutty question. Right.
Not
question.
Really, okay.
Question. It depends how you interpret it. Question 854. Would you rather let a crusty old man drink milk out of your belly button every day for a year, or drink milk out of a crusty old man's belly button every day for a month?
I'm refusing to answer this question.
Why?
Oh my god, that's a tough one.
The first one.
I mean, yes, but no.
Yes, but no.
Can I be made unconscious while he does this?
Sure. You can do it when you can be asleep.
That's it. No, not asleep, because that's creepy. Deliberately making myself unconscious with an anesthesia. That's
Again, though, you're kind of still you're putting yourself rather at someone's mercy there.
Yeah, he could do other stuff.
I'm gonna just sort of do the thing of I just let him do it. Let him do it. Close my eyes. Think of England.
Seraphim says first one.
Yeah, it would have to be the first one. I can't see. There's no way. Being especially that. I mean, no offense, guys, but I find 90% of men out there disgusting, anyways. And to have a crusty, nasty old one, definitely not. Nope. Can't do it.
And I thought you liked me.
She said 90% of the men. By the way, we just called both of you cunts, so.
Yeah, I did. I said I love the kind of cunts that you are. Good-hearted cunts.
Manda.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it, but I'd let Dave drink milk out of my belly button for a year.
I don't know the question.
Okay, because Dave didn't specify this either, and he's not changing the rules now. They can drink belly button out my belly button every day for a year, but I'm providing a straw. You didn't specify.
No,
that.
He said out of your belly button.
He said out of your belly button. It's got to be directly. No, it's tongue. Yes. Then you asked a clarifying question. It is with the tongue.
Implied.
It's still, if you use the straw, it's still drinking out of belly button, just as you're drinking out of the cup, even if you're using a straw.
Music Collector refuses to answer. Seraphim says first one. Sammy says he can do me. Ricardo, none. I'll go with euthanasia. Badger says I ain't drinking no crusty milk. Jenny says not milk. Sammy says, oh, he wants to do other stuff while he's there. Badger says, pick the guy drinking the milk and kill and bury him in the wine cellar. Manda.
Nice.
No, well, you don't have to do it at all. It's great.
I mean, to be honest, like, you're talking about something that's going to literally take a second or two out of your day.
No, it'll take a good 30 seconds to a minute. He'll be there with his tongue making sure he gets it.
How the hell do you stretch the drinking out that way? I mean, he's not sitting there sipping it like a connoisseur.
No, he's got to get his tongue right in.
Not if he's using a straw.
You have way too fucking much about this, Dave. Way too much.
I really had planned on eating breakfast after this, but I think I will be fine.
Kevin says, depends, is it Dave? Ricardo says, so what would happen if I had an outie? Then you'd have to go for him. Oh, Jenny asked the same question.
Ew! Oh, fuck, I'm so glad I don't have an outie. I never thought about it before, but now I'm glad.
Badger says Dave is about to pop again.
Yeah, I swear some of these questions like get you off, Dave. I mean, you know, hey, whatever floats your boat, but damn.
He doesn't share his kink with us, but I think he really does in the form of these questions.
In his question, torture
Yeah.
people. That's what he.
If you piece them all together, that's what somebody should do. Next time somebody's bored, go through and find all the questions like that and all of the critical questions and link them together in one video, and then we'll all know.
This is his
Problem is, I lie.
This is his roundabout way of trying to get consent from one of us to do one of these things.
I'm going to turn up on the doorstep. Right, you have a choice. The problem is, I lie. Right.
You
Sometimes. It's not so
Everyone
much.
lies sometimes.
It's not so much that I lie. It's that to keep the conversation interesting, I bend the truth.
You're a terrible person, Dave.
Ben the truth. You tie it up in a fucking bow,
Yes.
and then a granny knot on top of that.
Yeah. And then have someone come and lick it.
There we go.
You're terrible.
Right.
Here we go. This took
On
a
that
hard
note-
turn.
It did. On that note, I'm going to say thank you very much to Beth, to Manda, to Jeff.
Anyway, always nice to end the show on a complete new low, isn't it?
It's
I
a
didn't
high.
have to answer it. Did you notice that? So him forgetting
Yeah,
was,
Ed, MathPig,
Mike.
Manda, what was your answer?
fuck you.
Actually,
Bye, everyone.
what was Dave's answer? So hold on. What was Dave's
Right.
answer to that last one?
Does anyone have anything they want to shield before we go?
No, he didn't answer either.
Loads of stuff. Streams. Yes, check out everybody's channels. We've all good streams.
The links will
Yeah,
be in
there's
the
lots
description.
Lots of streams. Yes,
Lots
it's
of
true.
streams.
If you're not,
I
if
think
you're not,
everybody's doing something today and tomorrow.
if you're not subbed to like all of us, please be subbed to all of us.
Yes.
Basically,
All good people. All worth
Yeah.
watching.
Eh?
Dave, you better do something thinking on these questions. Blame Richard Herring. Right. We will see you tomorrow.
oh,
What
it's
day is
a
it?
Richard Herring thing, is it? That says a lot. That explains a lot.
About half the questions are Richard Herring.
Mm.
About quarter of them are Reddit. About a
You
quarter
can
of
see
them
why.
are made
you
up
can
by
see
me or
why-
others.
Yeah, you could see why I'm more of a fan of Stuart Lee than Richard Herring. So.
Yes. But the problem is,
I just confirmed the friendly neighborhood atheist this Monday. There you go.
did you?
Yes,
Monday.
this
Are you
Monday.
moving? Are you moving to Mondays?
It just, yeah, it seems Sundays, Mondays, whatever suits between the two.
Got you. Fair enough.
I can't do Tuesdays now because Elena's here. So,
That makes sense. Right. I say I will see you all same time tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, everybody.